Welcome news. The 7th Operation Ganga flight with 182 Indians on board has landed in Mumbai. Remember, this flight has got the Indians who were stranded in Ukraine, and this has reached Mumbai from Bucharest in Romania. Union Minister Narayne Rane also received the Indian students at the Mumbai airport this morning. My colleague Shweta, who's been reporting from the Mumbai airport for us, bringing us all the emotional stories of homecoming, is joining me live. Shweta, what are the scenes there in Mumbai?
Talking about the evacuation operation, this has been going in a full swing, and now we have 182 passengers in fact back, and here we have few of the students as well. आपका नाम बताएं और ये बताएं कि आप वहाँ पे कौन सा ग्रेड?
My name is Savni and I am a second course student in Vinnytsia National Medical University, and I study medicine over there since last 2 years. Yeah.
How are the situation prevailing there? We understand that's very critical, but you know, your audience would help me understand, help my viewers understand that what's exactly happening.
Actually, on 24th, I had booked my ticket already via Fly Dubai to India, but on early morning, we got the news that the bombarding has been started and the Kyiv airport has been blasted. So we rescheduled our tickets. We were like, what is happening? Everywhere sirens start surrounding, and there was a lot of hustle and bustle over there. Students were wandering here and there for collecting the stuff, food stuff, and for gathering the water. And suddenly we heard the sound of 3 bombs over there, and we were like, what is happening all around? Because this was the first time we are hearing all these sounds and all these sirens. And we were like, we were escaping from there. We were entering into the basements, into the shelters, and again into the hostels, and again into the shelters, because there was no food, nothing to help over there. So we went from here and there, and then somehow we arranged the buses from our cities. That consultants helped us, and we arranged the buses, and from that buses we reached to the Romanian border, and there were very harsh conditions at the Romanian border, because the temperature was -5 to -10 degrees centigrade, and there were no food, no shelter, nothing, no washrooms, and people were sitting since last 2 or 3 days and waiting for the border to open, and the borders were not opening just because there was a lot of rush over there, and the people, somehow the soldiers started shooting as well because of the rush, and they were preferring the girls. So somehow I came out of that. I crossed the border, and then Romanian government helped us a lot. Romanian government, the NGOs, they provide us shelter, food, and from there the embassy buses were there which took us to the airport, and finally I am here.
Right, so you have heard from her, and now you are going to Punjab.
Yeah, I'm going to Punjab. I have to catch a flight.
All right, so how is the situation in fact here, the kind of service and facilities what we have given here?
The people of the...
Was it a chaotic, adding more trouble?
Yeah, well, I must say that all the states are providing help to the students, but there is no flight for Punjab, and I really wish if our government will do the same,
because the people of other states are doing the same. To the lady here, I just wanted to understand that we had got a lot of reports that Romanian troops were in fact manhandling students, harassing students who were especially from India. What is the situation really like on ground?
We are having bristles on our feet and hands and face just because of the weather and because of the distance that we walked. So I think the government must provide as much help as they can.
Take good care of yourself. Thank you for connecting with us. And it's no food, no shelter, no washroom, in fact, for these stranded students. And this is how they have lived for, previous 4 to 5 days, where they were constantly waiting for the buses so that they can somewhere after the border, they can cross and come. Till the way here, aircraft was being awaited for these students, and now as these students are here, they are happy, and also they are praying that more students should be coming here like they have come.
All right, so as Shweta is reporting there from on ground, she is at the Mumbai airport. She is bringing us all the voices of the students who have returned to India. In fact, emotional scenes of homecoming with family members who have heaved a sigh of relief after meeting with their loved ones who have arrived from the war-torn Ukraine. Remember, there were crazy scenes in Ukraine. There were a lot of voices of students who were really haggard, and they were appealing for the Indian government to come in and evacuate them. Now, finally, Operation Ganga has returned with its seventh flight with 182 stranded Indian nationals who were on board that flight. They have returned to Mumbai, and this flight has arrived from Bucharest. In fact, Shweta continues to be with me. Shweta, you were having a word with the students who have arrived this morning. They were also telling us about what is the situation really like on ground. One thing that I'd like to understand here is something through the voices that we have got over the course of a few days. Now, many students who are still stuck in Ukraine are claiming harassment by Ukrainian troops, the Ukrainian authorities, even from the people, because of India's stand in the UN, where India went ahead, abstained from really maintaining any particular stand, only went ahead and said that, you know, they actually vote for dialogue and democracy. Now, they are not very happy with that stand as far as our country is concerned, and that's why that is impacting the students who are still stranded. I would like to understand, is the situation as has been presented so far to us?
Well, absolutely, Griha, talking about the Indian government stand as well as what, thousands of Indian students have been alleging on the Ukrainian government, claiming about the harassment, telling about the suffering, what has been they going through all this while. Well, yes, many of them have clearly stated that, look, there was no help provided by the government over there. In fact, the universities were shut. In fact, there was no one to help. There was no guidance at all. And, just a short while back, we spoke to a few of the students, and they said that all, mere help, at least I can say, what they have received is from the Romanian government, from where they crossed the borders. In fact, they got some kind of the help so that, that helped them to sustain for at least few days there. As, the girl was speaking to us, she said that she was stranded for last 5 days there without food, without shelter. It was very difficult to even go to any washroom, as they were all stuck in a place and not one. It was like thousands of students stuck, and there were only 4 to 5 buses those who were coming to receive these students. But yes, the stand of Indian government is, again creating some kind of ripples. What we can hear from these students who have arrived, these are the evacuees returning back from Ukraine, and they have their own ordeals to share that what experience they have got. There were several in-series bomb sounds they heard, and in-series they saw the troops running here, there, and everything was so merciless. This is what even they had to say, and now they are happy that they are back, but still waiting for the several students, those who are still stuck there.
Absolutely, Shweta. Thank you so much for bringing us all these voices from Mumbai airport, all these students who have returned from war-torn Ukraine, really telling an emotional tale, and also how they have really heaved a sigh of relief after meeting with their family members and being united with them after, in having been experienced such a situation in war-torn Ukraine. We'll continue to track all the developments that we get from Mumbai as these flights continue to land, and as the government is really undertaking this massive evacuation effort to bring all the Indians back safely to the country.